Come on back here to Up North at 4. Beth Hanson from Hanson's Garden Village join us now to talk about Herbfest. That's one of those words that always throws me off. The
Herb.
H, it's herb. I guess you just dropped the
Not
H.
herb.
Not herb. It's Herbfest, but that's taking place Saturday. Tell us a little bit about what Herbfest is all about.
Yes, it's our 27th year.
It's older than me.
My parents originally started it a long time ago. And so it's just a free event that kind of celebrates all things herbs. So we've had different people come and talk, do food demonstrations and that kind of thing.
And lots of people are finding herbs to help them feel better, right? It has medicinal properties to it?
Yeah, so we're definitely not in that field. We definitely grow the herbs and people like to, and we like to use them in culinary purposes.
Yeah.
So this year I really wanted to get some people that had a little more of that kind of knowledge. So we have a really special keynote speaker, Jane Hawley Stevens. She has an organic herbal farm. She's like an expert. You know, I've heard her on public radio, and so I kind of reached out to her in the early spring, late winter, and I said, hey, would you come in and do a talk for our Herbfest, because she would just be perfect for this event.
Great.
So
And she's showing up on Saturday.
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
So we gotta, and she also, you were mentioning too, owns this company. What
Yes.
is it, 4 Elements? I believe
4
is the
Elements
name?
Organic Herbals. And
Okay.
so on her organic herbal farm, she processes all the herbs and turns them into different products. So on Saturday, she'll be talking about making teas for your health.
All right, let's back up a bit.
Yes.
You know, obviously Hanson Garden Greenery. You know a lot about growing herbs, right? Are they harder to grow than, say, like tomatoes, or are they easy to kind of take care of and cultivate?
They're easy for the most part. It's just full sun, and then certain ones you'd have to protect from the deer, which are an issue up here.
So you think I could do it?
Yes.
And I'm horrible at growing things. I've killed probably every plant I've even attempted to grow, so I could do this.
Well, don't lots of folks grow them in their kitchens, like indoors?
Yes, but we have this nice summer, so they'll be happier outside. But yeah, you could just stick a basil in a pot, and you could have, you know, basil for your salads all summer long.
There we go.
So
well, we've had a good summer so far, except for maybe tomorrow's not going to be.
Tomorrow looks a little iffy.
little iffy. But I'm actually, like, speaking of that though, for your purposes, how does that, in the summer when the weather can change so rapidly, how does that kind of change what you guys do on a day-to-day basis?
Well, we enjoy the rain, because then sometimes we don't have to water everything out there.
Right.
But a lot of stuff is undercover in greenhouses, so you know, there's still lots of watering and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
all right, so can most herbs go into teas, or do certain herbs perform better, do you think?
there's certain ones, so she'll definitely be talking about that. And then we also have Buffy Miller-Jackson, who I think you guys are familiar with.
Oh, we know her quite
She's
well.
going to be talking at 11. And she's going to be doing some like culinary demonstrations.
So obviously Buffy's coming, Jane's coming. There's a lot of different events sort of going on throughout the day, right?
So starting at 10, every half an hour, we'll have a different speaker, and people can come and go as they please. It's rain or shine, although it's looking like a nice day.
Right.
And then we'll have a little sale on our herbs. Jane will also be bringing some more rare and unique herbs with her as well. So that'll be fun. And then Mike, who does a lot with the Northwoods Community Garden at Nicolay, will be coming and talking about permaculture.
You know Mike very well. And the garden is growing over there. All right, so you know, you guys do so much with education. This is educational for lots of people. And you know, what can people learn about herbs that they don't know right now, do you think? What are some things that they miss?
I mean, I think that we're going to be focusing a little bit, like my dad will be talking about herbs for pollinators and landscaping in that sense. And then my mom always has fun talking about the herb of the year, which will be violas, which isn't a common herb. And then pollinating herbs sometimes also fall in the category of native perennial plants. So there'll be a lot of different things that we'll cover.
I was going to say, so there's kind of a little bit of something for everybody, right? I'm sure there's going to be some people there who are more
And people that just want to come and eat will also be having some food samples. So, and because we now have our Highland grass-fed beef, we'll be doing, I think, some little beef samples afterwards as well.
And Buffy will be there cooking.
Keep twisting my arm, Beth, and I might just show up and take all of the beef. So, I mean, obviously there's people there who are more experienced, people like Jeff and I who maybe don't really know anything about herbs. Hand up, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, some. Thyme and rosemary and basil are, you know,
Is that all you know?
You cook with them.
Okay.
But like, you know, in terms of like teas and things, it's all kind of new, right?
It's
so
new,
you can learn some good stuff from this.
Yeah, so I think that's what's really cool about this, right? Is that there's literally something for nearly everybody, right?
Yes, and I'm sure Jane will have a lot of answers to some questions that might be tougher in the actual uses of herbs, because like you know, we grow them, we know how to grow them. We aren't necessarily making teas.
Right. But you know, you're giving us peace, tranquility, and harmony. So that's
yes.
I need that in my life right now.
I could use a lot of peace and tranquility right now. So Beth, for people out there who are watching, where could they get some more info to show up?
At hansonsgardenvillage.com, or they can call us 715-365-2929. But they don't need to sign up; just stop out.
Love what you guys do.
Thank you.
Beth, thank you so much for joining us. When we return after the break, we're going to take a trip over to Minocqua. You're not going to want to miss that. Stick with us here on Up North at 4.